Hello, my name is Rob and today I am at the Tomb of the Kings. Welcome to Rob's Randoms. This is a channel where I make videos about things that interest me, and today I'm at an archaeological site because that's fascinating to me. So we're at the Tomb of the Kings today in Paphos in Cyprus. So this is a bunch of tombs that are over 2,000 years old, and while we go through it I'm going to give you some tidbits and information from the guide, but mostly this video is just to look at the amazing ancient architecture. It's 2,400 years old in certain points and it's absolutely fascinating. So although known as Tomb of the Kings, there actually weren't any kings buried here. This area dates back to 400 BC, and actually that is just after Cyprus stopped having kings. So instead this cemetery would have had aristocracy and rich people buried here instead. It's just because of the scope and the scale of this place that it's become known as Tomb of the Kings, because it's so impressive. So I may not be big on architecture and archaeology, but I'm just fascinated by this kind of thing. This is thousands of years old and we are allowed to just walk around it. It's fascinating. So the Tomb of the Kings is a series of burial monuments that were carved out of solid rock, and they are incredibly important archaeological finds because they are some of the most well-preserved Hellenistic artifacts of Cyprus. So the Tomb of the Kings was added as a UNESCO World Heritage Site back in 1980, along with the rest of Paphos itself. So this tomb down here is in the Durian style, which is the most ancient codified type of Greek architecture. One of the ways that you can tell this is through the Durian columns, which are very frugal and simple and often thicker at the bottom and thinner at the top, because that's how they thought the best type of column was made. As we go through, you may have noticed that while the architecture remains and looks impressive, there are no artifacts here. The reason for that is because of the ancient archaeologists, which I use in a very broad sense, and basically I mean grave robbers. There was one very notorious archaeologist, grave robber, tomb raider here, whose name I forget, I'll put on the screen, but he was notorious for not caring to note down where he found the things. He just broke in, stole what he could and took it and tried to sell it to museums. Reportedly he stole 35,000 artifacts from here and sold to different museums, and that's why there aren't any here. Again, I am just not over the fact that this whole area is 2,400 years old and we're allowed to just walk through it. It's incredible and amazing. So while many of the artifacts here were stolen and sold to museums, not all of them were. Some of them are housed in the Archaeological Museum of Paphos, and some of them are here sheltered within the actual area itself, and you can't actually get to them, but they still look incredible. So that was the Tomb of the Kings. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do click like and subscribe, it really helps me out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. My name is Rob, and I will see you in another random video very soon.